DNARadio.net presents the Queen Mother Lois Show, live from Los Angeles, California. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is key. Every first Saturday of every month with her co-host, Nate Ski 225. Queen Mother Lois speaks about the real black history from yesterday to the present. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is key with Queen Mother Lois. Get educated. Know your history. Know your truth. Queen Mother Lois is on you. Huh?
What's going on? That's right. We had to put the map up for you. Let's see what we're talking about for the black history. All right, here we go. All right, we ready to go now. We're on Facebook. Good. Let's see if we're here. We're on Facebook. I got that walk up. We didn't get the drop. I don't know right now. Okay. Plug this up. A few. No, I'm doing all right. I put over here. Perfect. Okay, I got it. All right, let's go.
Okay, greetings to all our listeners around the country. We're talking to people from New York, from the Carolinas, from Texas, from Louisiana, West Coast.
West Coast, Africa.
Africa, different parts of Africa, Nigeria.
Yep.
It's another name you talk about.
It's Nigeria, it was Uganda.
Oh, Uganda.
And then we got my man in the UK, Peter Reimer.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have somebody from Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
And another guy just plays his music. He is from Africa. Let me see what part of Africa. Oh, South Africa.
Okay, you got somebody from Ukraine. So
Ukraine,
South Africa,
right.
It's all down here. It's all down here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we have on us. 4 million listeners all around the world.
Well, praise the Lord, and thank you everybody for listening. And I have to tell you, I was watching Andy Lee's show. I really enjoyed it, and it was two ladies that came on after him. I was listening to his show when you called in to talk to somebody musically.
Okay.
You had talked about somebody. So anyway, I enjoyed Andy Lee's show, and say greetings to him and greetings to our producer, DNA, and so we just thank God for putting us on the air. And I really love it and enjoy it. I love history. That's who I am. So I love talking about it. So what we're going to be talking about tonight is, I know we're going to get some call-ins. So tell the phone number for the call-in.
Okay. The phone number is 909-352-0037.
So write the phone number down, people.
909-352-0037. The call in to the show. I have to get
because I'm going to be talking about something that's very heavy. It's dealing with history, with Africa and China. What's going on, and it's major. Very major what's going on. It's almost like a recolonization. Okay, but what I'm talking about first is, and we'd like to ask you to subscribe to our show. Please, it makes a difference. This is about the historic return of the African diaspora. They celebrating in August 2019, after 400 years after the arrival of the first slave here.
Mm-hmm.
They're celebrating a historic return to the African diaspora. So people gonna go back.
To Africa.
Yeah.
Okay.
400 years after they left.
After they left, so they're coming back now.
Yeah, the new people. You know, the
New
people that's
people.
alive. The people that's alive right
So
now.
they're going back when?
August the 5th
to the 14th.
to the 14th
Wow.
of 2019. So I was listening to John Sally yesterday.
Oh, John Sally, that's
and
basketball player.
and it's a lot of people are going back, you know, basketball players and stuff. And it was one guy, he's a rapper. They showed him yesterday on YouTube. They made him a chief for a day. He had on like a cloth wrapped around his head.
Wow, that's good.
So they made him chief. You know, welcome home.
Was that Wycliffe?
It could have been a name something like that. You heard something about that?
No, just that's the name. I know he always do stuff for Africa or something.
Well,
like
that could have been him because he's a little heavy guy. He's not fat, but he's a little bit stout.
Oh, okay. Let's
Uh-huh.
somebody who could call in, who's look at the YouTube, call in, let us know what rapper it is. If you know it, 909-352-0037.
Yeah. And then John Sally was talking.
John Sally, I know him.
He was talking about it.
Yeah.
You know, he's going. So I don't know if he already went or he's going in August. But it's a lot of people just going back, you know,
Wow.
just for a week visit.
That's good.
And so Ghana is where they're going. This is about right here.
Okay.
Where Ghana is Ghana.
Right here.
Ghana. That's where they're going to land.
Oh,
And like you heard about the door of no return.
no.
That's okay, they was in a cave, and they came out of that cave, and this was a door. They came out, and that was the last time it was in Africa.
Wow.
It's famous because Obama took a picture right there. Most people go over there, they want to take a picture of going outside that cave and looking at the water. No, that's the last time you're going to see Africa. That's what happened to the slaves.
Hey, that's
It's called the door of no return. So to celebrate it, they're going to do the door of return. They're going to let them go through the door that
through
they
the
came
door.
out of.
Oh, hey,
Yeah,
that's
they're
good.
gonna go into
I hope
the
they
cave.
film it. They're
Yeah.
You know, they're going to film
Oh,
this.
yeah, they're gonna film it.
Technology is
Yeah.
going to film everything.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So this is going to happen in August. And they say you will be welcomed by the government and people of Ghana and will return through the infamous door of no return at Cape Coast Slave Dungeon. It was a slave dungeon. They made like a little castle out of it. It's still there.
Wow.
Because even Clinton went there and took a picture to do a return. Returners will arrive from America, including the U.S., Canada, and the Caribbean, including Jamaica, the birthplace of the great Pan-Africanist Marcus Garvey, Central and South America, including Brazil, which has the largest black population outside of Africa. Participants will include seasoned travelers familiar with Ghana and the continent, first-time visitors to the continent, great-grandparents as well as teenagers, religious leaders and everything. So it's going to be a triumph homecoming to the land of our ancestors. So they're going to depart August the 5th to U.S. on an overnight flight to Ghana. So this is going to be like a big thing. It's showing you, different places they're going to go to.
Oh, wow, that's good. It's Tuesday, arriving. Man, boy, the Lord blessed me to go there. I'd be good to go. I'll be good to go. Who knows? Who knows what the Lord could do for the brother man? Take Queen Mother Lois with us, man. It'll be history. It's a history right here, yo. Who knows? Who knows what the Lord could do?
And then they're going to go to, on the day 6, they're going to go to Ashanti culture. I have something to tell you about the Ashanti, because you probably haven't heard about the golden stool. They have something called the golden stool. I never heard about it until like I had a hairdresser, and this guy told me about it. The golden stool of Ashanti is like I don't know if it's fable or truth, but anyway, they have a history to it, and they march every year about it. I have some information down here about it. So anyway, Nate, I'm going to talk about next is did you know they used to have like a Bible, a slave Bible? And this slave Bible was made for slaves.
Wow, ain't that
So they had one for the other people and they had one for the slaves. And they made sure. Okay, so the regular Bible have, they say the regular Bible have 66 books, Catholic 73, and the slave book had 14 books.
Oh,
So they cut a lot of stuff out.
yeah.
So they left anything about obey your master. You know,
Right.
they kept that in there, but they didn't tell you anything about being free. And like they say in the Bible, a man is worthy of his hire. I mean, you should pay a man if he worked for you. So that's taken out of there.
Wow.
Because you know, he was slave, they didn't pay him anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
I didn't hear about that until this past week.
It's on here.
Yeah, a slave Bible. It's an exhibit that they're going to use.
Okay, the Museum of Bible will reveal the newest exhibit.
So this happened. This
Slave
happened
Bible.
November the 28th. The Museum of the Bible.
Wow, ain't that
Mhm.
something? Right before my birthday.
Yeah,
November 28th, ain't that something?
and you can pull it up on your tablet or your computer.
Okay, what they looking for?
The slave Bible.
Oh, the Slave Bible. You can look it up on your tablet or your any social media devices. You can look for Slave Bible.
Yeah.
Look it up, and you can see what we have here, and see what's
It's an abridged version of the Bible, which became known as the Slave Bible. Was published in London in 1807, and was used by the British missionaries to convert and educate enslaved Africans about Christianity while instilling obedience and preserving their system of slavery throughout their colonies. British colonists created the Slave Bible by removing sections, and in some cases entire books from the Bible out of fear that the full Bible would promote rebellion among the slaves.
wow.
Or offer hope for a better life.
Hope.
They didn't want them to have hope.
They ain't wanted nothing.
No hope.
Look what we have now. Everything you see, everything we invented,
Yes.
was made by a black man
This,
or a black sister
the Slave Bible was used to push a specific message.
or a Spanish person. Either way, it was made by somebody black.
Oh, I got something else next week. You name Nate. That's
Okay.
gonna deal with that. But this Bible is on display at the Museum of the Bible
So
in
can
Washington,
anybody,
D.C.
can anybody get it to take it home with them? We buy one, or do they have it on sale?
Well, no, because it was made a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
So it
1800s.
there's got a
the
copy of it.
1800s.
Yeah.
That was once used to convert slaves to Christianity while a meeting key passenger. Ain't that something?
Yeah, they took out
A
important
slave
things.
Bible. Wow. The Bible can stay on to 232. No, I never knew they had this.
I didn't know anything about it either. I just came across that.
Wow.
I didn't know they had the Bibles written by our ancestors.
Ain't that something?
Just that. Okay. So, Mr. Nate, let me tell you who, you know the calendar
Yeah.
for the year. Some people, long time ago, figured out how to make a calendar for the year. To deal with the days of the, the 24 hours of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had to deal about the week. Then you had to deal about the month. And you had to deal about the year. And they did it by studying the stars.
The stars.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because, like, the earth rotates
Around.
around the sun. And they have to see how long it takes for them to rotate around the sun. They had to figure all that out. Africans did this a long time ago.
Africa.
Africans. The Egyptian astronomers have invented the calendar in an indeterminate period. The first certified use of this calendar was 4,236 years before the Christian period.
Wow.
4,200 years ago.
4,200 years.
That's 4,200 and something.
Whoa.
The calendar is the same that regulates our life today,
Ain't that something?
having barely been modified for the Gregorian calendar that's over there in Europe. It was passed to the Europeans when Rome invaded Egypt in 33 BC and used in entire Europe from 16th century to today. The calendar, which was invented by the black man.
You see that? Another one,
That's
yo.
Egypt, right here. Egypt is right up here.
In Egypt, yo.
Yeah,
Ain't that something? Invented by a black man. Calendar.
the calendar.
Do you know that, people? Did anybody know that? Call in, let us know.
Yeah.
Did you know it?
Yeah.
909
They had to study the stars and everything.
352-0037. We got the phone on. Call in. Learn your black history. That's right. Learn it.
That's astounding.
Yeah, that is. That's amazing.
They said very long time ago the Egyptians already knew that at the end of each year there was 6 additional hours. And that after 4 years it would become a daylight called leap year. They figured that out too. You know, you do have leap year every 4 years.
Yeah, that's when like you, the lady asked you to marry you. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
No, yes, leap year, yeah.
The lady asked you.
Yeah.
The man.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
And so like they realized by watching the stars that
God gave us all power.
there was 6 hours, 6 additional hours. And 6 times 4 was 24. They realized that the sun, that the earth going around each year, sometime would be like 4 additional hours. And so they had to fix it where they could make 1 day out of that. And that's why they do it 1 day out of every 4 years.
Wow.
They figured that out by studying the stars.
A black man.
Yeah.
I never knew
We don't
that.
know how many black men it was, but it was black men
Never
in
knew that.
Egypt.
Never knew that.
That is heavy duty.
It's a heavy duty. That is
Oh
heavy
my
duty.
God.
Wow.
Africa, and they don't teach you about that
No, they don't.
in school.
No, they don't.
The black man invented the calendar.
Oh, wow.
And they're the ones that did all that stuff and made them, you know, them different stars and, you know, dealing with astronomy.
Uh-huh.
You know, like you Sagittarius,
Right.
stuff like that.
Well, they started it.
Yeah, they figured all that stuff out. So, anyway, it's a lot of things our people have did. It's a beautiful thing.
A lot of things
Okay.
People didn't know about.
Yeah, if they know about it, so they need to be told about it. So anyway, you know, like I told you before, in 800 BC, they built a college down there in Timbuktu and Mali. Mali is right here, right up there. Yeah, that's Mali. Now it used to be called Timbuktu.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the richest black man, the richest person in the world ever lived. I mean, even more than Bill Gates right now. The richest man, richest black man.
Right.
He was the richest man in the world ever lived. Mansa Musa. From Mali.
More money than Bill Gates.
Yeah, yeah. They said he was worth $600 billion. He is right here. Yeah. Mansa Musa was the richest man ever lived. That was like a long time ago, 1300 BC. But
Yeah, 1280 BC to 1337 BC.
yeah, so during the time of him,
My fault.
they built a college.
So 1280 BC to 1337 BC. Wow, we've been around a long time.
Yes.
Man.
See, before Christ, the numbers go down.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like, you know, 3700 BC, that's 3,700 years. Then it went down to like first century.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
but then after Christ died, that's when they started AD. That's AD means after death.
Oh, so BC was before Christ.
Yes,
AD is after Christ.
Yes, after, you know,
Okay,
after
that's
death.
something.
So that's when the numbers started again.
Okay, so we
For one, whatever.
definitely been around a long time.
A long time, Africa. Because Africa is talked about in the first chapter of the Bible in Genesis. When they say the rivers that came out of the Garden of Eden, it went around Cush, that's Ethiopia. Water. Ethiopia is in the first chapter of the Bible.
Wow.
America wasn't in there.
No.
Ethiopia. I mean, that country is old.
Yeah.
So during the golden age of Timbuktu, which is now called Mali, right up here, that's West Africa. They built a college, Sankara. That was during the time when the Muslims came over to Africa.
Right.
You know, and got them to be Muslims. But anyway, they built a college. And people came from all over
the world.
Europe to come to college to Africa.
Wow.
to learn about different subjects. They taught over there. They taught all these different subjects in Africa. They studied chemistry, physics, medicine, history, geography, and Islamic jurisprudence, whatever that word means. But people came from Europe. They come to Africa to study. But see, like during the slave trade, when they took people from Africa, some of these people had been to college. But you bring a person to a different country, like if you was to go to a country that speaks a different language. Okay, if you was to go to Mexico, you might be very smart, but you go to Mexico, you don't know the language there.
Right.
You can't convey what you want or anything. Well, this is what they did to the slaves when they brought them over here to America. They took away their name first, so that wasn't your name no more. You didn't have no name. So they gave you a name. Remember Kente Kute?
Yeah.
They told me, what his name was, and he told me, no, my name is Kente Kute.
That's right.
And they told him, Toby, I think that was Toby.
Toby, yeah.
Yeah. So they took away your name first, and then you wasn't allowed to speak your language anymore. They was not allowed to speak their language.
Wow.
Once they got to America, they couldn't communicate in their language anymore because they didn't want them to be talking where the owners would not know what they're talking about.
Ain't that something?
So they couldn't convey.
So they want to take everything away.
They took away their culture.
Everything.
Everything they knew, they took away. They stripped them of everything.
We had all the power, and they took it away.
And they took all this stuff, all this knowledge that Africa had, and stripped it down to nothing. So anyway, you know when I was talking about LeBron James?
Yeah, LeBron
Yes,
James pizza.
Yeah, here it is here. This is it here. The pizza chain backed by LeBron James, just triple sales. It's called Blaze Pizza.
Just triple sales?
Yeah, it's called Blaze Pizza. Is it? Got to X that out. What do I do to go make it go back? Okay, yeah, it is right there.
Okay. The chain, the pizza chain backed by LeBron James, triple sale. Whoa.
It's called Blaze, and you can go in there and tell them what you want on your pizza.
Ain't that something? The chain, which is backed by basketball star LeBron James, tripled his sales to 101 million in 2015 compared to the previous year. Ain't that something? According to the National Restaurant News, the same store sale grew 7% over the same time period. Blaze doubled his location last year, grew from 50 units at the end of 2014 to I-105 end of the end of 2015.
That's what he decided to invest in.
The company is planning to have roughly 210 locations in operation by March 2017 and expected to be the 5th largest pizza chain in the U.S. in 5 years behind Pizza Hut, Domino, Little Caesar, and Papa John's. So I need to contact him, Todd. Let me get involved with this boy. He's in California anyhow.
You know, they were talking about another basketball star this week. He's missing.
Wow.
But he have 700, let me see. Is it 700 million?
You talking about, he said Kevin Garnett.
I can't remember who was the basketball player.
Really
but his accountant was handling his money, and all his money is missing.
The chain is planned to expand in 10 new states this year, including market in Boston, Denver, Salt Lake City, Phoenix, and Atlanta.
You got to be concerned about who's handling your money.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you know.
The price ranges from $5 to $10, depending on the topping. That's cheap. That's real cheap.
Yeah. Because you know, like LeBron said, people he know around him handling his business.
You know all of them.
Yeah, and like a lot of them stars, they be having somebody else who really don't want them to even invest
Have people
into
who don't
their
like
neighborhood.
them.
Yeah,
Online.
and don't want them to invest
Right,
into
don't
their
invest
neighborhood.
nothing. They got people who don't like them, want to take their money and run.
And don't tell them how to invest in their own hood.
That's right.
You know, like the guy who just passed did, he invested into his hood. Because like the basketball stars, they have enough money they got together, because like I said, when they seen how successful that Magic Johnson has been, if I was a basketball player, I would go to Magic Johnson and ask me, you know, here's my money, you know, handle it.
Right.
You know, I want to invest what you're doing, because Magic Johnson build houses and everything.
That's true.
I would go to somebody, but I wouldn't
Still good.
just give it to somebody who won't, because the people who handle that money don't tell them about how to put their money where it can go to their neighborhoods and help their neighborhoods. To buy a grocery store. I mean, if you just go buy a grocery store in your neighborhood, you're making money every day.
That's true. That's true. Okay, well, I'm going to have to take a little break for a minute because we wanted to call somebody in. I meant to call him and see if he's available or not because he wanted to talk about the Black history itself. Mm-hmm. And let me see if he's on. So we're going to put on a little song before we get back on to it, because we got a lot of... But anybody out there, if you're out there, you want to call in, 909-352-0037. 909-352-0037. 909-352-0037. And we want to talk about LeBron James.
And I'm talking about China.
Okay, back by LeBron James chain. It's called
Blaze.
Blaze. Mm-hmm. His chain's called Blaze. So if anybody want to talk about that, you're welcome to talk about that. You want to talk about Africa, talk about the trip that's going on in August 6th. August 4th to something. So if you want to talk about that, and if you want to go, look it up on the internet. Because if the Lord bless me to go, I mean Queen Mother Lois, my wife, my son, I'm heading on out, yo. You know what I'm saying? And that money gonna be good right there. Go out there. I think I might have to make some money.
I think it's August the 4th to the 14th.
Yeah, August 4th to the 14th. So we got time to go out there before then. But any basketball player look at my show right here, Queen Mother Lois show, you're gonna invest your money in us and let us go too. You know what I'm saying? We could take a DNA radio out there. You know what I mean? I ain't ashamed to ask. We're gonna be live at DNA radio out there. You know what I'm saying? No problem at all. We could talk about it. No, I might have to talk to somebody out there. I gotta see who can I contact, because the UK ain't that far from Africa, I don't think.
That's England. So UK is England. So
yeah,
let me see where. See,
so
China.
I mean, I got some people who's on
up here.
Yeah, but I got some people who we play their music.
France.
We got somebody who's in South
Spain,
Africa.
England is
Where's
over
South
there.
Africa at?
It's South Africa down here.
Okay, the place is gonna be where?
Ghana. They're going into Ghana.
I have a guy in Nigeria. Where's Nigeria at?
Okay, Nigeria. That's Nigeria.
Okay, so.
Let me see. Okay, but Ghana first is right here.
Ghana, okay.
Okay, so Nigeria. Nigeria is right there next to the other side of Ghana.
So we got a guy we play his music in Nigeria. I might have to contact him to see how can he hook us up to put DNA out there, and we could put it all together. We could do the live show from them.
They see right here, Benin.
Give it to the black folks.
That's where my ancestors came from.
Okay, so we're gonna check onto that. We're gonna check into that. I'm gonna have to do some research on my own and go from there. Yes, we do.
Okay, so I'll be talking about China taking over.
Okay, let's get to this little music before I'm gonna call somebody up, and then I'll plug it. I'm gonna take it off here, and call him first. See if you want to talk before I. Okay, let me see where the music at. Yeah, move over a little bit. Then I can see you.
Oh,
I can
okay.
see you leaning back.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to this YouTube. Yeah, there, now I can see you. Okay, and Facebook is good. So let me put on the music now before we go back. I'm gonna play the new guy's song I just got off. Because this song is independent, so we'll play it. So I'm gonna have to play Back It Up. Hey, this.
Now I'm wrapping it up. faucet. I'm screaming, I'm flossing. Yeah, want my drinks to be back at the crib. I had Johnny park the car. Yeah, that's how I finished. You drink your out for a sec, then I'm back in the rib. It was an A-list track with an ad in the lips. I ain't nothing. I turned on in the sun. I'm getting bugged. Brought a band with Sean. Yeah, they love it. There's nothing that they put above. Oh yeah, I'm coming. And tell them girls be shaking songs. I ain't listen. And yeah, I got a bunch of patience, a bunch of bottles. But this ain't no celebration. I'm getting models. So that Grammy man, I'm sick of waiting. I hit the throttle like it hit the switch and race. But this ain't no celebration. But this ain't no celebration. Grammy man, I'm sick of waiting. Ain't no celebration. Until I get my Grammy. I'm on Grammy bound. The boy Grammy bound. Shawty bagging it up. Straight bagging it up. 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 I'm a pretty boy, get some white on my teeth. All these women with the spot, so they fighting with me. You know it's lit up in the party, I got Colin with me. Throw my panties in a bra, man, it's piling with me. I'm cruising, I'm popping, it's all defense, no offense. I'm sickness, no coughing. Put the in the dirt, no coughing. Yeah. And my chain on freeze, I catch you the calls. Get it pop on the street, you might never know. Find a Grammy in the street, that's a pot of gold. Just look
Hey, how
at
you
the
doing?
condition, I was never told. Bartender still
Oh, yeah,
messing
wait.
around. So me meet her in the back, start messing around.
No, I'll tell you, when I
Get
on the Black History Show right now, you can say something about Black History, you want to get on it.
Tell me I belong here. Told you what before, this is all yours.
No, I mean, you gotta do it today, you can do it, okay, we can do it next month, June 1st. The next Saturday, every first Saturday we do a Black History, so you can catch us next month then.
When you see me on TV, you gon' catch me never.
Yeah, we do my Queen Mother Lois show.
Just
And,
remember,
right, if you want to talk, you bring some subject up you have, we'll go from there. All right, so be ready. I'll call you in advance, let you know, you can have your paperwork and be ready for it. Okay. Everything's good, everything's up. That's good. Had a good service. My father, the VA, they gave me I got the flag, I got a certificate. They did pretty good, they did good. Alright, well, I'll let you know, I'll give you a call. I'm on air now. I gotta look you soon, okay? All right, I played that song. That was A-list because he's gonna do a drop for Queen Mother Lois. So we want to support him to let him know we played the song. I know he's listening to the show right now, so he know we played the song, and we want to let him know we're gonna keep him in our pocket with Queen Mother Lois show. All right, okay, now we're gonna get back to the business and go from there. So don't forget to keep checking us out on YouTube and on Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe, right? Subscribe.
Yes.
Oh, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube video, Queen Mother Lois Show. And then on Facebook, same thing. It's on Andy Lee Facebook. And YouTube is DNA Radio on YouTube. Instagram, it was my fault. I should have had it up right now because I brought it up right now before we got to 8 o'clock before the show's off. I should have put it up to Instagram because Instagram only take 30 minutes. So I need to put it up soon. I got the phone over there to put into Instagram that people could see it on Instagram too.
So I could be talking while you're doing that.
Yeah, we talking while doing it. So I'm gonna let her talk, and she will give us your while I stuff to Instagram because Instagram only lasts 30
Repeat the
minutes.
phone number again.
Okay, the phone number again is 909-352-0037. 909-352-0037. 909-352-0037. You can call in and ask some questions about your Black history. You need to. Some of y'all don't know what Black history is, so you need to understand it to realize what's going on. So, 909-352-0037. I'm just checking to make sure everything is still legit on Facebook. Yep, we're still on Facebook, and things is rolling good. So just making sure everything's still the same. So anybody want to call in, you could call in and do what you got to do. All right. Here we go. She's going to be talking for a minute while I set up the Instagram for you to see us on. The Instagram will be, I forgot the Instagram they gave us now. Is it Free Airplay Instagram or Andy Lee? I got to check.
You want to wait till next week?
I got it, no problem. I got it on my phone. I turn the phone on and be ready to go. All right, party people, check it out. And here she go. Queen Mother Lois is going to talk to you for a minute what's going on. I will be back. Everything's up. Yep, everything's up. Okay.
Hello? Okay. DNA, when I start talking about what's going on with Africa and China, I want you to call in because it's horrible what's going on. China is taking advantage of Africa. It's like they're colonizing them all over again. They giving them gifts that they think is gifts. And they say beware of the person who's bringing you some gifts. First of all, they built a palace for their parliament over there. And the leader over there is staying in the mansion, and they have their meetings and things they talk about. And I will tell you what happened about that. But anyway, they loaning money to the companies over there in Africa, and they got loopholes in the loans. And they make it so hard to pay the loans back. So in the meantime, this basketball player was on there the other day, and he was talking about when he was over there in Africa, he's seeing that China's buying up all the land over there. So after a while, they're probably buying the land near their downtown markets so they'll be so valuable. When they try to buy it back, they won't be able to buy it back. So China's going to be owning the land by the downtown shopping area. But anyway, China is going to take over the Zambian International Airport for debt repayment default. Signing the contract with China is like ascribing to the boiling frog effect. A fable describing a frog being boiled alive slowly. They say if you drop a frog slowly into boiling water, if you drop a frog suddenly into boiling water, it will jump out. But if you put that same frog in a vessel of water and start heating the water gradually, it will adjust its body temperature accordingly until it reaches a stage beyond its capacity and dies foolishly. It's rather pathetic how China is recolonizing Africa by appealing to the ignorance and selfishness interests of our leaders. Today, the Chinese are offering mouth-watering deals to Africa, both in cash transactions and the outmoded or rather defunct barter trade, which seem very attractive. This is what they're doing when they go over to Africa. There's a lot of Chinese in Africa right now. They're even marrying the African people so they can be citizens and stuff like this. The Zambian government contracted the Chinese. Lazy thought and glossing over details, thinking they were granting them consent to genuine terms, but the whole thing just morphed into modern-day colonialism. China is now proposing to take over the international airport of Zambia. The government failed to pay back its huge foreign debt on time. The issue whether Zambia opposed the required economic muscles to repay that debt is a contention. Okay, this is what they're saying is going over in Africa. They're like, everything that Africa produces, it sends it over to Europe. If a country over here in Africa makes a ceramic tile, they send it over to Europe. If another country like Nigeria want that tile, they got to pay like 20 or 30 times the price that Africa sold to Europe to get it back. Because the African countries do not trade with each other. It's something that was set up in colonial time they kept them separated. So like in Africa, each country is a country to itself, like the United States is all. The United States is united. Africa is not united. Right now, they're trying to talk to Africans into making an African union where they be united. But right now, Angola do not trade with Zaire. If Zaire wants something, they have to get it from Europe. That was made in the country right next to them. Or like if you call the United States, like, you know, like New York and New Jersey is next to each other. Where in Africa, the country right next to them, they can't trade whatever their product is. They have to send it over to Europe. Because that's a control from colonism. They set up. So they're not together, they separated. So they're going to take the airport from Zambia. Okay. So it's another Zambia taking over Zambia national access. Okay. China gave a mansion like this to a place over there in Africa. And then like at 2 o'clock in the morning, the electricity wasn't working. So that happened every night, so they decided they was going to investigate. And they found eavesdropping machines inside the walls that China had gave this country. So they knew everything they was discussing, what they was planning for their country. And even though they know that, China is still offering other countries in Africa the same deal, to build them a mansion for their leaders. A lot of the leaders are old, and they got that colonialism mind set, and it's time for them to get off the pot. And there's some of the younger people who are going to college, have some knowledge, and be able to run the country, because a lot of those older guys that's already sold their soul just for some money for themselves. Like down there in Haiti a long time ago, Papa Doc Duvalier, he was filthy rich while Haiti was poor. And then his son Papa Doc took over. So, you know, like in some countries, the leaders, they're not looking after the people, they're just getting the money for themselves. They're getting the beautiful mansions and the shiny beads and the mirrors, you know, what they did to the Indians. Okay. The lady was talking about, I will bring her name up in a few minutes. She was talking about that's how they're wasting their money over silly things like they owe $450,000 for toothpicks.
Toothpicks?
Toothpicks. You know, instead of going to a country in Africa and getting some toothpicks, they're paying Europe $450,000. A lot of those people don't have lights or water or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just wasting money, you know, they're getting themselves in debt over silly stuff. Now, this country right here, Zimbabwe, paid $155,000 for these white wigs to wear.
Wow.
These are the wigs they wore.
That's crazy.
Like in ancient time when it was colonialism.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what they doing with a white wig on? These Africans.
That's true.
It don't make any sense. And the wigs are made out of horsehair.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even a human hair wig.
Right.
$155,000 for these wigs, for them to wear when they go to court.
That's crazy.
I wish I could see like, I'm not showing up on this thing right now, so I can't tell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not show up on here?
Oh, yeah. No, it's just showing your music.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Instagram.
Because I want to show this is white wig. 100. Look at that. I mean, why are you going to wear it? It don't have anything to do with reality of what's going on right now.
No,
$155,000 for some wigs for y'all to be in courthouse.
True.
It's just a waste of money. Okay. The Chinese language will soon be mandatory in Kenyan schools. In Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's so many Chinese going over there to Africa. They want to make that language mandatory over there for them to have to learn.
Learn Chinese.
In their own country. In Kenya.
That's crazy.
They got to learn Chinese at school.
No, that's nuts.
Because there's so many of the Chinese people going over there. They're gonna make it where they're gonna have to learn that language to get a job.
So they think they want to make it.
Chinese want to take over Africa. The Chinese language will soon be mandatory in Kenyan schools. Kenya will teach the Chinese language in classrooms.
Oh, man.
In its plan to improve employment competitiveness and ease trade and its connections with China.
Can anybody stop that?
No, because they're doing it willingly in Kenya.
But the Kenyans doing it willingly. Nobody want to
Their leaders got them.
doing it.
Because the leaders is the one that's making these contracts with China.
It's like doing it out here.
Yeah. The Chinese language, Mandarin, is among the 3 most powerful languages in the world. And it hence comes as no surprise that Kenya would be considering such a move given the huge debt it has taken from the economic superpower country. They had borrowed so much money from China. So they're going to make the Africans learn Chinese language in school.
So they just
Mandatory, required subject. Primary school pupils from grade 4, which is around 10 years of age onwards, will be expected to take up the language according to the agency aid. It seems like it's behind time.
It's right here.
Okay. The place of China in the world economy has also grown to be so strong that Kenya stands to benefit if its citizens can understand Mandarin. I don't know about that. How they gonna benefit? Kenya will be following in its path being undertaken by African countries, including Zimbabwe, South Africa, and Uganda, which rolled out humanitarian class for high school students. So that's even in Uganda, what you were talking about.
Right.
Kenya is already struggling with the implementation of the new curriculum. The teaching of the Mandarin will also be accompanied by the French and Arabic languages. A delegation of Chinese scholars has said they have played a key role in helping with the establishment of the courses. Okay, Nate, now this is another one.
Okay, let me turn this up.
I hope you listen to DNA. Folks are concerned after China opens its 13th police station in South Africa. China's opened up their own police station in Africa. How can that be?
That's crazy. That's real.
Yeah.
I can get myself on Instagram. I see you, but I don't see me. Okay, be right back. I fix Instagram.
That's like, Russia can't come to America and open up its own police station.
No, that's crazy.
And they're going to allow,
Okay, so I need you to move over. Move a little bit.
they're going to allow China to open up its own police station in Africa.
There you go. Perfect.
They're giving away their power.
Yeah, that makes no
This
sense.
don't make any sense
So
what's going on right now.
The guy who's running this, running it, he don't care.
He's selling his soul out. I don't know. I wonder what kind of bees they gave him. You know what I'm saying? This don't make any sense what's going on.
Should I keep this up?
Yeah, I want to map this there because I'm still talking about Africa.
Okay, let me get this.
You guys go ahead, keep talking. I just gotta put this pin on here.
The opening of the 13th Chinese Community and Police Cooperation Center in South Africa last week has sparked concerns about China growing influence in various institutions across the continent of Africa.
That's nuts. This guy don't care.
On October 28th, several dignitaries gathered in Port Elizabeth to celebrate the opening of the new center, which was established to improve relations and communication between South African police and the local Chinese community. And what's going to happen is China going to tell them they don't have the right to arrest
Yeah.
a Chinese person if they do bad.
Yeah.
They will handle that.
Yep. That's what's gonna happen.
They're gonna take away the power from
And that man don't
the
care.
Africans
So he sold
to run
his,
their own country.
he sold his soul to, and now they running it.
DNA, what do you think about that? You hear what I'm saying? This is what's going on in Africa right now today. I mean, no other country have a right to come in your country and open up a police station. They say various countries across the motherland have welcomed China's growing presence in the continent with open arms. However, some African natives have expressed worry over the Asian nation being allowed to enter social and cultural spaces within the diaspora. Racist attitudes have also become a cause for concern. Just last month, a Chinese worker was reported in Kenya after he was caught on video making disparaging remarks and likening Kenya citizens to monkeys. A Chinese person over in Africa is doing that.
Yeah, but they don't mind.
Making faces about it.
Yeah.
On video, even though he's over in Africa trying to make some money, he calling them monkeys.
And man sold his soul, man. President sold his soul.
He has a motorcycle company in Africa and is heard complaining about how he hates Kenya, saying it smells bad and its people are poor, foolish, and broke.
That's DNA. Okay, go ahead, DNA.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. What do you think about this that's going on in Africa?
Well, Queen Mother, I'm glad you're bringing this to the attention to our listeners all over the world. But if we look at the way Chinese treat African Americans right here in the United States, it's no different. They hate us, they disrespect us, but still again, we go into their Chinese restaurants and buy their wings and rice for $5, $6, thinking we're getting a bargain.
And buying their wigs too.
Excuse me?
Buying their wigs, WIGS.
Yeah, those are usually the Koreans, I believe.
Yes.
Buying the weaves. from
Or
the
the Orientals, they will not let a black person wholesale the wigs. They have to buy it from them. They would not allow a black person to wholesale it from over there in China, or Oriental, all that.
It's hard to hear you on the phone, but I can hear you on the radio.
Yes.
But it's a delay. So if it sounds like I'm not responding because I can't hear you on the phone, but I hear you like a 15-second delay.
Okay.
But you should.
Okay,
you not. Okay, you not on the phone.
Yeah, I'm on the phone. I'm talking right in the phone, but I got the speaker on also for the radio. But I can hardly hear Queen Mother on the phone.
Okay, hold on. Try it now.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Queen Mother, hello?
Yeah. Is it a delay?
It shouldn't be a delay. Okay, what we're gonna do? We're gonna call you right back. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna call you back on the corporate phone.
He said he's gonna call you back.
Call me back. Call me back. Thank you.
Fix this. Excuse me.
Now you gotta call him back.
Testing. Okay, let me see. Something's wrong. Why you couldn't hear him? What does that do with my? Oh, here you go. I got it. Don't worry about it. We're these instead right now. Let me call them. Okay, I'm on Instagram now. There you go. At first I wasn't on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So. My face on there. Trying to make sure I can see you. Which one go this way, that way. So I'm on the Instagram trying to see if I can.
Also, Instagram is different than the.
Y'all want to keep you on
YouTube.
here?
Okay.
Okay. Should be on here. I'm on here now.
Go and call DNA.
Okay. No, I'm this way. Why is things acting like that? I'm just trying to get me in the picture, you in the picture.
Seems like it's delayed. Because I'm not moving, but on that thing I'm
Okay,
moving.
now we're in there. You're both in it now. Okay. Perfect. Call DNA. Headphones? No. Yeah, headphones, right. Okay. Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Nate Ski.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, let me hear Queen Mother.
Okay. Now they say the Chinese are the ones with the capital.
It still sounds like she's way in the background. I'm looking at you guys on YouTube, and I see the microphone is right there, but it just sounds like she's in the background.
Okay, so we'll deal with it. So he have a
You're
delay.
nice and clear on the radio. Nice
Yes.
and clear.
Okay, go ahead. Can you hear it now?
Okay, the Chinese are the ones with the capital, but as much as we want their money, we don't want them to treat us like we are not human in our own country. Say David Kenyao, who manages a national park in Runo. It is now home to several Chinese companies, told the New York Times earlier this month. They said they don't feel right in their own country the way they're being treated by the Chinese. Okay, the Chinese are the ones with the capital, but as much as we want their money, we don't want them to treat us like we are not human. We're just really delayed.
Hello?
Hold on.
On YouTube and on the radio, you're nice and clear. Just the telephone and all your...
Why telephone?
Well, maybe that's the Instagram. Don't worry about it this week until you can figure it out.
No, it's good on that phone.
It's not on microphone because she's coming in nice and clear on YouTube and the radio. It's only listening to her on the landline.
I don't know why it ain't working. Everybody's working clear earlier. Let me see. Something must have.
Both of you sound like you're in the background.
Okay, hold on.
On the telephone.
Made the wire. Hold on. This is the wire, right? It might be the wire. Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Say it again.
Can you hear us now?
Well, you're still in the background.
Yeah, I'm not even talking anymore.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Only on the radio and only on YouTube. Not that clear.
Something's wrong because it was working earlier real clear. Something must have happened to the.
Okay, we're losing our show.
Okay, well we just keep on going.
Okay. Meanwhile, in Djibouti.
I'll just listen on the radio.
Okay.
Well, I want you to answer some questions about China, about what's going on. But let me make this statement, then I'll let you talk. Meanwhile, in Djibouti, China has built its own military base. That's in Africa. They built their own military base. In Zambia, the police force welcomed new Chinese reservists last year, and the state-owned newspaper Times of Zambia ran an article in Mandarin according to this Africa. With the China growing investment in Africa, which more than doubled between 2011 and 2015, from 16 billion to 35 billion, many have been left to question how African countries stand to benefit and how do they go about protecting their interests of its people. Okay, DNA, what would you like to say?
I'm still listening to you. I'm behind you on the radio.
Don't know why. Something.
Okay, go on and say what you have to say. I'm listening to you.
Okay.
Do you know the total amount of countries we have in Africa? I'm looking it up now on the internet. I'll give you the number. Now, there are 54 countries in Africa. So, Queen Mother, are there 54 families that are making these deals with the Chinese and selling out the rest of the population?
Yes, these different countries. China then went to different countries in Africa, making deals with the chiefs and.
Now can you hear now?
Yeah, no, I understand. Okay, I just heard you on the radio.
No, saying, can you hear her now?
He heard me because he was asking the question.
There's a delay. Yeah.
I don't know why it's delayed. Shouldn't be a delay. Wasn't up the phone.
No, there's no delay on the phone. I can't hardly hear on the phone. She's way in the background. And I'm listening to you guys on the radio, so I can understand what you're saying. So, yes, I understand, Queen Mother, there are 54 different countries. I understand that. The question I have is, those 54 leaders of these 54 African countries, those are the families, let's call them families, selling out the entire population of Africa.
Yes.
So these 54 country leaders are getting crumbs, but living in big mansions, probably here in the United States and all over the world, but they're selling out the motherland
Yes.
for crumbs.
Yes. It's very upsetting to me to hear this. The volume is going down.
I don't understand that.
So Queen Mother, can you hear me?
Yes.
In 2016, the African population was 1.2 billion. 1.2 billion. So those 54 families and leaders are selling out 1.2 billion African citizens.
Yes.
And that's the reason why they killed Muammar Gaddafi, because Muammar Gaddafi was demanding respect.
Yes.
And they didn't want him to be around organizing all the countries as one united
Right,
state of
right,
Africa.
right. He wanted one Africa. And he was giving
One
them money.
Africa, just like Marcus Garvey.
Yes.
One people, one Africa.
And this is what they're trying to form right now. They're trying to form the
I got to
African
listen to
Union.
the radio. Okay.
Okay, they're trying to form the African Union right now, where all the countries will come together in Africa and trade with each other instead of just trading with Europe. Because right now, the countries in Africa don't recognize each other. They send everything to Europe first, then they have to buy it back, the next country.
But I thought, Queen Mother, I thought there was a African Union already organized since the 1970s.
Well, they do, but they wasn't trading with each other. They were sending stuff to Europe. So that's why they're trying to reinforce it again. It's a lady right now. I will tell you to look up her name because she's talking about it right now. She was telling them they need to start trading with their neighbors instead of sending everything to Europe. Because Europe have taken advantage of Africa for years, you know, France and all those different countries. It's still like, you know, colonization because the kind of deals they set up with them. Now look here, this is another thing. They made this man a chief, this Chinese guy. They have made this guy a chief. In a bid to enhance interaction and business with the Chinese in the Kano state, K-A-N-O, the email, the name, the state is called Kano, K-A-N-O. They made this guy a chief. The emir of Kano has approved the appointment and installation of a Chinese man, Mr. Mike Zhang, as chief and leader of the Chinese community in the modern Nigerian state. Nigeria is right up here. It's on the other side of Ghana. It's under Niger and between Cameroon. This is where it is.
So Queen Mother.
Yes.
The country you just mentioned, Kano, K-A-N-O?
Yes.
Population 9.4 million people. So these leaders are just basically selling them out. They're selling out 9.4 million people.
It's just ridiculous.
Excuse me?
I said it's ridiculous what's going on. And they got.
Let me hear you on the radio. I can't hear.
I don't understand why you can't hear.
And you got 13 police stations in South Africa.
Oh, you said it was ridiculous. You said it was ridiculous. Yes.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah. China opens its 13th police station in South Africa. They don't have a right to do this in another country. Just because they loan them some money. Can't they see who this guy is? He's not Santa Claus. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why they're there. Because Africa is still the richest country in the land with their gold mines, their silver mines, the diamond mines and all that. But most Europeans own all of that. And I'm going to get on to Zimbabwe and tell you what's going on down there. But anyway, it's a lady. I want you to listen to this DNA. It's a lady named Dr. Arikana Chimbori. And I want you to pull up on the internet and listen to her speech about what's going on in Africa because she's very upset.
Okay, before you go to the lady, the name you mentioned, Kano.
Yes.
That's a state. That's one of the states within Nigeria.
Yes.
So it's the Nigerian government. It's the Nigerian government that is doing all this craziness. No wonder one of the richest men in the world is from Nigeria. He's stealing all the money. Him and his family.
The richest guy, the richest black person in the world was a guy from Mali. Timbuktu.
No, not the past. I'm talking about right now, Mother.
Right now.
Today. Well, one of the richest men in the world is from Nigeria. I'm going to look him up real quick.
Oh.
But,
yeah, go on, tell us about him.
But go on, I'm listening to you on the radio.
No, I'm listening to you right now. Go and talk about it. You said the richest person is from
I'm looking
Nigeria.
him up now. While I'm looking him up, you can still talk, okay? I'm looking him up now.
Okay. But this is what's going on in Nigeria and different countries over there. And I was so upset when I read about how they're allowing the Chinese people to come over there and take over their country.
Okay, I just found him. I just found the richest businessman in Africa. The richest business. I can't even pronounce his name. If you want me to spell it? I'll spell it.
Okay.
It's A-L-I-K-O. A-L-I-K-O.
Okay. Alika.
Last name D-A-N-G-O-T-E. Last name D-A-N-G-O-T-E. He's worth $10.3 billion. The richest, $10.3 billion according to Forbes Africa as of the 2019 list. So these are the people that's selling out the continent.
Yes.
These are the individuals that's selling out the motherland.
Yes.
Just to enrich themselves and their families.
Yes.
And not thinking about the future.
And actually made a Chinese person a chief. A chief.
That's right. Yeah, I heard that on the news. I thought they probably made a mistake, but they made a Chinese man from China a chief.
Yes. Here's this picture right here. I'm showing this picture. What do you think about them making they got 13 police stations?
I got to hear you on the radio. I got to hear you on the radio.
Okay. What's your opinion about them allowing the Chinese to have 13 police stations there? 13.
Okay, you said, what do I think about, what's my opinion about them making 13 police stations? Queen Mother Lois, I think we are both on the same page in our thoughts and our beliefs. It's totally ridiculous. It's a sellout. It's disgusting to even hear this and see this happening. It's horrible. So we're both on the same page. Our thought process is probably 99% the same in regards to this issue.
Oh, it's heartbreaking to hear how they're selling the country away. You know, and they have to let the younger people take over because these older ones are just rich in their pockets and just, you know what, they don't even know what they're signing. They say they got so many loopholes on those contracts. I mean, they're going to own the airport in Africa, the international airport. Wow. They mean they can charge anything they want for rides.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
you mentioned about signing contracts.
Yes.
I'm sure if a man is worth $10.3 billion, he can hire some of the smartest lawyers in the world
If you want to.
if he wanted to. Thank you.
Yes.
If he wanted to.
Yes.
And in regards to the airport you mentioned earlier, it's all this is madness. It's insane. It's crazy.
And,
but
and this country is called Zambian.
Yeah, listen on the radio, because he's on the radio.
Okay, it's Zambian, Zambian International Airport for debt repayment default.
I don't know why. We could hear Walker clear. We could hear the guy clear. Something on his phone.
But see, I don't understand, why are they allowing this to happen? They can't go to China
You can't.
and do all this.
It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to me, because I care so much for the motherland, and to see how, with all the riches they got, and how they've been selling themselves out, and see like, I'm gonna talk about Zimbabwe next. How much time we got, Nate? What time is
We got like 10 more minutes.
it? Okay.
We want to get the stuff out from outside.
Okay.
It'll get too dark out here.
Okay. Now, during the time of Mugabe,
I'm listening to you on the radio.
okay, during the time of Mugabe, he's the one that took back the land from the Europeans that was over there in Zimbabwe. He took back the land. And now someone else came in charge. And he wants to pay those people who he took the land from. And they're very upset over there in Africa about that, because it wasn't their land in the first place. They took it during the colonizer time, colonialism time, because they had the Africans working for them on their farms. And Mugabe took it back and gave it back to the Africans. Now the new person in charge, he wants to pay the colonizers. He wants to, after they kick them out, now he want to pay them for taking it from them.
Well, what country is?
That's in Zimbabwe.
What country is that? Mugabe? What country?
Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe.
Yes.
Okay, Zimbabwe. I mean, I don't have any answers for what's going on. They just need a revolution in there. That's why it's just crazy. It's madness. There needs to be a revolution and get rid of all these old guards and some people with consciousness about their land, about their history need to take over. It's crazy.
So anyway, it's a country called Botswana.
Botswana?
Yeah, he said they would offer some money to Zimbabwe, because they're wondering about what they're going to do about the money now. What they're going to do about the money that they owe. So Botswana said they would help them, because they would help them sell the diamonds they have. See, Africa got the minerals there, but they keep on allowing people to come over there and do business with them and make bad contracts. So now they're broke. See, because England been mad at Zimbabwe ever since they took their land back. So they tried to break them as a country. So instead of Zimbabwe trading with the other countries in Africa, they was mad because they couldn't sell anything to Europe, but they didn't need Europe. They could have sold to the other countries in Africa. But they don't do that. They want to do everything with Europe. So England bankrupted them. They stopped buying everything from Zimbabwe. So now Botswana has offered to come and help them. So I think that's a good thing.
Queen Mother, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm watching you on YouTube, but there's a delay. There's a delay. Now, and I'm here. I hear you. I'm listening to you on the radio, but watching you on YouTube. So, technology. So, what's the currency? Are they dealing in dollars? Do you know? Are they dealing in dollars?
You talking about Zimbabwe?
Excuse me?
Well, see, each country got their own money.
But I'm thinking that are the Chinese using the American dollar
Yes.
to
Yes.
deal with the Africans on the continent?
Yes.
Because I'm sure the Africans, that the Chinese, whatever the Chinese currency is, I don't know what it is, I'm sure it's not worth, anything outside of China. So they must be dealing in dollars. America owes China a lot of money. So I'm sure there's a lot of dollars floating around China, and China is utilizing those American dollars to buy out these sellouts in Africa. What do you think about that?
That's what's going on. That's exactly what's going on. And
I,
but it's a lady. I want you to check out this lady this week.
I gotta hear you on the radio.
Okay.
I hear you on the radio.
Okay. It's a lady by the name of Dr. Arikana. I wish you would have a pencil where I can spell her name, because I want you to hear her report from it was a brain bank summit and charity ball that she spoke about what's going on in Africa. But she's very upset, and she was just saying that they need to trade with each other, African countries, instead of sending everything over there to Europe and buying it back at a higher price.
Could you spell her name, the doctor? Could you spell her name on the radio? I'll look it up.
Okay, Arikana. That's the first name, and the second name is Chihombori. That's the first name, and the second name is Chihombori.
Could you spell the last name? I got the first name. Could
Okay.
you spell the last name?
Chihombori. And the last name is Quao.
Okay, yeah, I have it right here.
Did it come up?
Now she has to be careful, because the Europeans and the Chinese are going to probably try to kill her. If she's talking about unity, they're going to try to probably kill her,
You got to hear her speech. I mean, it's heavy duty. So she's at the African Brain Bank Summit and Charity Ball. You have to hear her speech about what's going on in Africa. She's they sent her to America. She went to America for college. And she's going back trying to help her country. And I listened to her speech, and it was fantastic. I mean, she's a smart lady. She's African Union Ambassador to the U.S. So the African Union Ambassador to the U.S., that's the African Union she's trying to get together. So you pull up her, did you pull her name?
I have all the information right in front of me. I'll have to look at it later.
Yeah, listen to it when you have time.
He has several videos on here of her speaking, so I'll have to look it up later.
Yes.
But I appreciate you, Queen Mother, for bringing this to our attention, because, as you know, white media here in the United States are not really talking about stuff like this.
They're not telling you.
And we don't really have no black, a person like Wendy Williams, black media is disgusting. She would never talk about issues like this,
Yes. It's so important to me, because I love the motherland, and I hate to see what's happening to them, because they have been taken advantage of for so many years. And I was hoping they could come up, and it's just... And you see these wigs that these people were wearing, these judges, now why do they need to wear a horsehair wig? I mean, their own hair is just good enough, and they're wearing this wig to go to court.
Oh, you mentioned about some wigs?
Yeah. I'm showing it right now.
I'm going to go back to the YouTube so I can see it. You have a picture of it? I'm on YouTube now.
Yeah, I'm showing it right now. They brought these wigs to wear to court.
I must have a delay on the YouTube.
Yeah. And it's made out of horsehair, they said. And they paid $155,000 for it.
And I'm sure it's not even made in Africa.
No,
Was it
no,
made,
no, it's made in
was it
Europe.
made in Korea?
Yeah, it's made in, it's made over in Europe, in London.
Oh, okay, I just refreshed the page on YouTube. Could you show it again, please?
Yeah,
I
here
just
it-
refreshed the page.
Okay, here it is right here.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Two
It's like a bunch of clowns. It's like a bunch of buffoons.
$2,000 a wig. $2,000 a wig. It's not even human hair.
What is wrong with? What is wrong with these people?
It's not making no sense what they do in the country. I mean, the one that's one. You paying $2,048, $2,428 per wig. Look at them. Made out of horse hair.
It's crazy. It's insane.
They're wasting money. And one of the countries paid $450,000 for toothpicks from Europe. They can have a manufacturing company in their own country if they want to make toothpicks. Why are you going to pay $450,000 for toothpicks?
But Queen Mother, also, you can relate those wigs to what the gangs here in the United States did. The red and the blue.
Yes.
They don't even manufacture their own red and blue colors. They're buying it from someone else to kill their own black brother right here in America. There's something's inherently wrong with some of these people.
Yes.
Because you and I, we don't think on that level.
Yes, yes,
So something's wrong somewhere.
yes.
And you mentioned about toothpicks, I believe. Toothpicks.
Yeah, toothpicks. Their country's in debt for $450,000 for buying some toothpicks.
What country was that? Nigeria?
I have to find out. I done forgot. You know, I was just studying this past week, and I was just astounded when I'm seeing how much money is being wasted in foolishness.
So Queen Mother, where are you getting all this great information from?
I research. That's what I do. I research everything.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's my hobby, is studying history. That's what I love.
That's some great information. It's like, no, so you have an exclusive. No one else is talking about this for the most part. Only you are talking about these important issues here in America.
Yes. And I'm so glad when I met you and you asked me what was my hobby and what I would like to do, because you know it's never too late. And I'm 81 years old, and my dream has been answered. I can teach. I love it.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that. I just heard the comment on YouTube. Thank you very much. I mean, it was an honor and a pleasure meeting you too.
Yeah, Nathan, this is my son-in-law, and I don't think of him as son-in-law. I think of him as son, and he brought me back to New York. I hadn't been there since I was 12 years old, and I got a chance to meet you, and we got a chance to talk. And you never know what's going to happen in your future. So God just blessed me that I got a chance to meet you and meet his family, and then you presented me with this show. And I can talk about the things I've studied. I started studying in the 80s about the black man.
Okay, what we're going to do is...
Well, let me just say this. I just heard I'm on delay. So I'm just so proud of you and Nate doing this every month to bring this knowledge to the people. We appreciate it. We appreciate what both of you guys are doing, and it's so important for our people to hear what you two are doing. And I know it's a lot of work you're doing, Queen Mother. That's a lot of research.
A lot of studying.
A lot of work. I know both of you guys are sacrificing your 24 hours to help us out with this knowledge. We appreciate it.
Yes, and so you can repeat it during the week, on your shows, about what's going on, because the people need to know what's going on in Africa. It's sad.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Right, even the ink you're printing to show us these pictures costs money.
It does.
Color ink from your printer. All this stuff is money you invest to educate us.
Well, you know what my son did? My son, he gave me a printer last year, and the year that I visited New York, and I didn't know I was going to have a show at that time. So he gave me the pressure maybe about 6 months before then. And I said, my God, I didn't know. And then I deal with HP Inc. because they give you a good deal on ink. If you hook up with HP Inc., you will pay so much for so many pages a month. And you don't have to go out and buy ink anymore. They will send you the cartridges for free. You just pay for how many pages you want. I usually print over my amount of pages. But you can get 100 pages for $4.99, $4.99 or $5.99, whatever.
Okay.
What we're gonna do, I want you to stay on hold. I'm gonna end the broadcast, and I want to find out why it is echoing. Because when I had the young man on and I had Warburg on, we could hear them clear. So it got to be something that.
Well, no. I'm saying when I was listening to A-List,
Right.
It wasn't at all clear. I heard you real clear, but I couldn't hear him. And then when Warbucks called, I heard Warbucks a little bit. I'm talking about on the radio and on YouTube. I heard Warbucks a little bit better. Now, Nate, you and Queen Mother coming in nice, crystal clear, beautiful. Sounds crystal clear on YouTube and the radio, nice and clear. It's just the telephone connection somehow. I don't know what's going on. You know, I guess you got to research and figure out what the problem is. But everything else is coming in nice and clear. Sound as good as Sirius Radio.
So did you hear what I was talking about? LeBron James piece of chain.
Oh yeah, I heard the whole. I was here packing up the stuff when you guys were talking about the Blaze. What's called Blaze Pizza.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard 99% of the whole entire show.
Yes.
Yeah. It was a great show tonight. Great show.
Well, thank you so much.
Okay.
And like I said before, you guys are doing an excellent job. Excellent. You know, people might not tell you, but we appreciate it. We do appreciate what you guys are doing.
Thank you so much. Okay,
So maybe I gotta work on the phone to see why we can't hear people. But I heard him real good in my phone. You know, so I don't know why it wasn't on the radio, wasn't loud, but on my earphone I heard him real good. So I have to research that.
at one time this was turned down lower. No,
Yeah.
you turned it down.
So I have to talk. I gotta find out how to get it working better and get it to go. Because I have another young lady I'm interviewing next week, and I will work on it and see how it sounds.
I guess when you listen back to the show, Nate, maybe you see what I'm talking about when you listen back to the
That's
show.
what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do.
On YouTube and Facebook.
Right. I will do that for sure. All right, so we're gonna get on out of here, and everybody out there in the world on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. The Queen Mother Lowe's show is over.
How do I sound coming across? Do I sound clear?
Clear.
Sound
Very
clear.
Very
Sound
clear.
clear.
Okay.
Yes, I'm saying I don't know why. I think the guys who have phones, they gotta talk louder to their phone. They need to buy earphones and talk to their earphones instead of talking to their phone. And that's where they could talk and they could hear clearer and talk louder. So, or they gotta come in the studio. It looked like that might be the best move, but I don't know why, But all right, well,
I'm screaming right here. Everybody on this whole entire floor can hear me talk, I'm sure.
But you don't have to scream because we hear you so clearly. We hear you very good.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
all right, well, I'm gonna work on it and see what's going on, but we're gonna end the show, and everybody don't forget to check to subscribe to our YouTube on DNARadio.net and subscribe to our Anthony's Facebook and subscribe on Instagram, DNARadio.net. All right, peace, love, and happiness. Coming up next is the independent playlist. Coming up next, the independent playlist, and we'll be on in about 11:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. Peace, love, and happiness. We are out. Okay, now, can you hear me now? Hello? Is he on?
It's delayed.
Can you hear us now, DNA?
Hello?
Can you hear us now?
Let me turn on the music. Say it again.
I said, can you hear us now?
I hear you.
Can you hear us?
Queen Mother?
Say something.
Yeah, okay. Hello?
Yeah, you're still in the background, but it's much clearer now for some reason. It's clearer, but you still sound good in the background.
You talking about on the phone?
On the phone.
Yeah, he's talking about. Yeah, he's talking about.
Can you hear you on the
now.
phone though?
He said he can't hear me.
Say it in the background. I don't know why. Okay, try it now. Say something now.
Okay, New York, New York.
It's the same, no difference. So Nate, even sometimes I can hear you the same way. So I can just tell when you're on a speaker or something. It just sounds. It's not. Sometimes I don't know what it is. Sometimes it's clear. Sometimes it's not like it is. Like right now, I can tell you in the background. Like sounding you on a speakerphone and you're talking to a speaker. That's what it sounds like.
That's strange. Okay, that's just. Right now.
Say it again.
Can you hear me now?
Same. It's okay. I mean, I can listen to you like this.
It's on time
How
now.
it's coming across the radio.
So you're not delayed right now. You heard him.
Are you delayed?
No.
Oh no. Right now I'm listening through the telephone, the landline.
Oh,
Regular landline.
Right. So it's not delayed.
No. It was a delay because I wanted to hear what she was saying, so I would listen to the broadcast on the radio, or I would listen to I'm looking at you on YouTube, but I'm listening to you on DNARadio.net. So the radio is always a delay.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
that
why
was it.
it was a delay. I was listening to the radio broadcast.
Right. Okay.
Radio
Well.
stream, right? The stream.
Okay, so I'm gonna stream this out, and I'm gonna stream in the stream of this show, and I'll start my show next.
You gonna take a break or you gonna wait?
I'll take a break. I'll take a break now. So you might have to edit it because we got a lot of editing in this one.
Is that 2 hours?
What's wrong with the editing?
No, it's not wrong. It's cool. I think you'll do 2 hours because they have her show and
Oh, you gotta separate. Yeah, just separate the two.
yeah.
That's
You gotta do
8:20.
that with your Apple. What do you call it? The Apple thing you use?
Yeah, it's 8:20.
Yeah, I gotta see how to do this.
We started at 6:30.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
8:20,
to.
so this is a 2-hour show.
Well, it's 2 hours and 54 with the other guy.
You may have to half of that show, huh?
Yeah, I have to hook it up somehow. I gotta edit it.
DNARadio.net presents the Queen Mother Lois Show, live from Los Angeles, California. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is key. Every first Saturday of every month with her co-host, Nate Ski 225. Queen Mother Lois speaks about the real black history from yesterday to the present. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is key with Queen Mother Lois. Get educated. Know your history. Know your truth. Queen Mother Lois is on you. Huh?